Okay,
Am I doing this right?
so we're actually driving now. We schemed up this plan to go to the Yukon with our friends like a year ago, and we've just been so obsessed about it, and it's kind of surreal to be driving away from home, heading north, and we have perfect weather. It's rained all year. It seems like it's rained since last summer, and we have sunny weather, and it's warm, and the forecast is beautiful. So we're heading up the Fraser Canyon to Green Lake tonight. So that's night one. We're headed to Green Lake, and we're staying at some family's cabin. Well, we're sleeping in our vans, but in their front yard. And tomorrow we head out to Smithers.
The kids just finished their last day of school today. We picked them up from school, dropped off their backpacks, and hit the road. And we have been counting down for this day for...
Ever?
Yeah, it feels like forever. She's been a little stressed all day because she knew we were going somewhere and she didn't know if she was coming. So it's a good day for Steve now.
We had a great evening at my uncle's cabin, enjoying a campfire, changing flat tires, and just resting up because we knew the next day would be a long day on the road. We are in 100 Mile House this morning. The Bennett's van had a flat yesterday evening, and thankfully we fixed it, but they're going to get the wrecked one replaced or fixed up. So we've got a bit of time to kill, and we're going to BJ's Donuts, which came highly recommended, and it's in what looks to be an old post office building, so that's always good. We have a long day ahead. We're heading all the way up to Smithers, so crazy thing is, growing up in BC, I've never been further north than right here, 100 Mile House. I've been further north in Alberta, but I've never been further north in BC than 100 Mile House. And we're not a long ways up the province yet, so everything today will be new to me. So I'm so excited for our kids as well. Super excited just to see what lies beyond 100 Mile. We made it to Prince George. It's been around 4 hours of driving today. After a year of rain, and I'm presuming would be snow up here, it's sunny, it's summer. Summer showed up the day we left on holidays. We're pinching ourselves that this is the weather we get. So we're pulled over at Vanlife Elementary School on the side of the highway in Prince George. Kids are playing up on the playground, we're eating some lunch. Halfway done the day, and it's pretty beautiful. After a long day driving, it was pretty cool to just watch these kids get in the zone of holiday mode. Just relax. For all of us, it had been a crazy busy school year. This was really our first full day and full night, and we were looking forward to what we had in store. The next morning, before we started driving, we first went to Twin Falls for a nice hike. It was really cool. It was at the recommendation of a friend, and I would highly recommend it to anyone in the area. We are in, where are we, Liam? We're in Smithers, BC. We had an engine light turn on a few days ago on the van, and it was the weekend, so we didn't go in the shop yet. Look at that mullet. So today we're bringing it to the shop. The van's running fine, but the light's on. And apparently my kids haven't seen their reflection for a while. So I'm dropping them off at Tim Hortons. Dropping them off at Tim Hortons, and then I'm going to head to Ford. And hopefully there's nothing wrong with old Buster. So we made it to Meziadin Lake. We left Smithers this morning, and the drive kept getting better and better and better. Hazelton was stunning. We went along the Skeena River for hours and hours, then started rolling through some bigger mountains and ended up here at Meziadin Lake. So we're here for 2 nights, and tomorrow we head into Stewart and then Hyder, Alaska to go to the Salmon Glacier. So we are lakefront, right on the water here. We can see snow across the lake. Kids are on paddle boards. It's hot, it's sunny, it's paradise here. Couldn't have asked for a better day. So we're up and at it now after a long, miserable night of incessant mosquito swarmings, in which we found out that the door wasn't closed properly, allowing them to come in and feast on us. We're up and at it now, enjoying breakfast, and I went back in the van and it looks like a murder scene. I can show you now what exactly happened last night. Well, here we are, just everywhere. The amount of mosquitoes that died last night. Is astounding. The amount of detailing and cleaning work we're going to have to do when we get home is equally astounding. Insane. So we were told by a local resident who works here in Hyder, Alaska, that the Salmon Glacier is phenomenal. He told us it was around a 30 or 40K drive, which was half paved or a bit paved, and then some nice smooth gravel, and then he said it got ugly towards the end. So we got most of the way towards the glacier, or a good chunk of the way. And then the roads got really bad, so they hadn't graded the top. We did not really want a flat tire on these types of roads this remote, so we chickened out and turned around, which probably is the right move because I don't want to be changing a flat here. And we're heading back to Hyder to explore what we're doing for the afternoon. I don't know. Check it out. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. We got eaten alive by mosquitoes last night, and the van's filthy. And I didn't have my coffee till 10 o'clock. We're on the road now, and this, I'm telling you, this is the best coffee I've ever had. It tastes like coffee. Oh, it's so good. So we are halfway down our day between Stewart and Boya Lake, just north of Dees Lake. And it is not what I expected. I was expecting kind of low rolling hills, thick forest. I didn't actually know that there was huge mountains in this part of the province. It's shocking. They're so beautiful. What is the name of the range? I don't know. What mountains are they? No idea. I'm gonna have to look it up. But all I know is they were far more beautiful and gigantic than I thought. And then we stopped at Kluane Lake, I believe it's called, for lunch. And there was a lot of mosquitoes. I wouldn't say any more than, would you say more than anywhere else?
I'd say bigger.
Yeah, so like the same amount of mosquitoes as the last lakes, but they were just all, were kind of basketball sized, each mosquito. So we left quickly and we're headed north to Dees Lake now. I have to say, by the time we got to Boya Lake, we realized there's something pretty incredibly magical about the north. The further we got away from cell phone reception, the further north we got, the bigger the mountains got, and the more isolated and small we felt, the more of this we wanted. These quiet nights, the long days, it was more than we could have ever imagined. Smiles. After a year of planning and days of driving due north, we finally made it to where we had been dreaming about, the Yukon. It was almost comical how much we just stopped, pulled over, took pictures, kept driving, stopped, pulled over, took pictures. Just utterly stunning and just such a fun place to be able to explore. So we never planned on being in Whitehorse on Canada Day. It just kind of worked out this way. But we've had an amazing morning. Pancake breakfast in the park. We've had, there's bagpipes coming. There's a parade. It's an amazing city, and so we're just enjoying soaking it all in and just seeing what there is here, and honestly a lot more than what I would have ever imagined. So Steve Bennett is obsessed with bagpipes. This is the greatest moment of his life. He might be pretending it's for his kids. As someone born in Scotland, or raised in Scotland, sorry, this is the highlight of his life, and he will not admit it. Look at him. He is just... It's only downhill from here, Steve. Steve, I need you to lift your glasses and look at me.
No chance.
No, lift it. Is it allergies?
Yeah, definitely.
We just love bagpipes.
Oh, I do.
One thing that really surprised us about Whitehorse was just how multicultural it is. When we drove to this northern isolated community and then went to the Canada Day Parade and got to see the rich diversity of cultures that are flourishing in this small city up north, it was just such a cool experience, and one that totally blindsided us. We spent an afternoon at the Yukon Wildlife Preserve. I would highly recommend it if you're in the area. There are so many animals in the Yukon area that you'll see on the side of the road, but many that you won't. So it was neat for us to go check this out and see just the diversity of animals that they have there. After several days in Whitehorse, we decided to head west to Kluane National Park. Steve and I got up really early, and at 5 a.m. in absolute broad daylight, we got a head start on our bikes, rode around 130 kilometers before the vans caught us and picked us up, and we headed to Kathleen Lake at Kluane National Park. In my opinion, Kluane National Park is like Banff National Park of the north, except no lineups, no tourists, way more rugged, oh, and actually a lot more mosquitoes. But we all agreed when we left, this was one of the absolute highlights of the entire trip. So we are driving to, oh, look who's stealing the show. It's always about you, Stevie. This is ridiculous. We are headed to Carcross. She's such an attention hound. Anyways, we're going to Skagway tomorrow. It's hot. It's been smoky, but it's really the perfect weather here. We're hoping there's less mosquitoes. We just left Kluane. Kluane was absolutely amazing. A lot of bugs, but amazing time on the beach as well. So we're happy that we got to spend a few days there, and we are super pumped to hit the road and check out some new places and head to Alaska tomorrow. Okay, so we just pulled into Carcross, Yukon. Really cool little old town. A lot of indigenous art on the walls of the buildings. It looks like a bit of an outpost from early 1900s, I'd guess. I'm sure a lot of stories from what this place was and is, but it's first impressions, it's pretty incredible, pretty beautiful. And so we're just walking around, checking out the stores and exploring what Carcross has to offer.
And I really want to get rattlesnake eggs.
What is that?
Rattlesnake eggs, 1 dozen.
Whoa.
That looks really terrifying. Okay, here we go. Grace, you ready? Ah! Ah! Where did my glasses go? We made it to Conrad Park, which is just south of Carcross on our way down to Skagway. It was not what we expected, but a very, very pleasant surprise. It's kind of almost like the Okanagan of BC, very dry, very arid, very mountainous, and we're right on the water. It's incredible and really unlike what we thought it would be like. So we're excited about no mosquitoes, or very few, relative to Kluane, and a whole lot of warmth and sun, and what looks to be another stunning emerald lake. We are in Skagway, Alaska. It is a very busy, very touristy, yet very beautiful town. After living in dirty campsites for the last couple weeks, this is a lot of people, but we're enjoying just getting out, checking it out. We're in Alaska, so we can check that off the box. Yeah, there's a lot of cruise ships docked outside on the ports, and there are boatloads, literal boatloads of people just crawling through the town, and we are right in there with them because we are a bunch of tourists today. We're loving it.
Well,
what's wrong with this town?
It's there are so many jewelry stores.
Jewelry stores?
Yes.
What would you rather see?
More souvenirs.
Souvenir stores. Firearms prohibited. You want to go inside?
I kind of have to stay outside. I'm kind of attached to my guns.
After enjoying what I believe was our only restaurant visit of the entire trip, we ate on the patio due to our smell and quickly got out of town back to our campsite. We are here in Atlin, BC today, just exploring this village. It's tiny, it's quirky, it's really cool. It seems like a place that people go to get away from it all. There's no cell reception. Just an interesting, eclectic group of people that we see walking around here. It's right on one of the most gorgeous lakes I've ever seen. It's our hope that experiences like this will help shape our children into people that are adventurous, that seek new challenges, that are willing to leave their comfort zone, that are willing and excited to go to new places that they see on the map that they don't really know what's there, and that sense of adventure will really propel them to do some amazing things in this world. We're here in Watson Lake. This is maybe 4 or 5 hours east of Whitehorse. Just before we head down into BC, we're headed towards Muncho Lake today because apparently the mosquitoes at Liard Hot Springs are so bad they will pick up my children and drag them off into the forest. So they're decently bad here, but they're intolerable there from what we've heard. So we're going to keep driving through to Muncho Lake. But what we saw here in Watson is pretty cool. It's a signpost forest, so license plates and different signs from all over the world that people leave here. So we're just going to stop here, stretch our legs, and check it out. Okay, this van's missing a license plate, and this gentleman here is about to tack it on to a post.
We are on the road for about a month.
Where are you going?
Headed towards Alaska.
Oh, awesome.
And hopefully we make it. Especially now
Without
that we don't have a license.
They don't have them on the front of their vehicles in Yukon, so
Yeah,
you'll be fine here.
Yeah, I'm not worried. It is what it is. We're there forever, Deb. Deb. Forever and ever. New Jersey, T58, PKU.
Crazy people. Just So this guy, there's a young one over there. The mom's limping quite badly with the young one. And this guy just chased away a bear, a big bear that ran into the bush right there. So the plan for today was to end up at Liard Hot Springs, which is world class and apparently just astoundingly amazing and rebuilt recently. Turns out the mosquitoes were atrocious. So our friends, the Bennetts, called us and said, don't stop there, keep going, let's go to Muncho. So we got to Muncho Lake, maybe an hour down the road. It's cold, which is actually kind of welcome for a family that's been in a heat wave up north, which seems weird saying that. But yeah, we made it to Muncho Lake. Again, another site on the water, so we are having a string of really, really good luck with finding some great sites. And we're just going to hang out tonight, have a campfire. Bennetts are heading straight home tomorrow. I think they're going to do it in 2 days. We're going to take 3 or 4. So tonight is the last night with them. just passed into Alberta, and I'm really excited because I haven't been in Alberta at all in 5-6 years. Another thing that's kind of cool we realized today was Friday night, 2 nights ago, we slept in Whitehorse in a campsite there. Last night, Muncho Lake, slept in BC. Tonight we're going to be at a campsite in just west of Grande Prairie in Alberta. So 3 provinces or / territories in 3 nights. Okay, we are now in Jasper National Park. I haven't been here for many, many years, and it's super exciting to come back. We were in the Northern Rockies. They were rugged and majestic, but these Jasper area mountains are huge and gigantic and so stunning. We made it yesterday from just outside Grande Prairie to Mayette Hot Springs in Jasper National Park. And when we got here, we thought, you know what, let's just stay here the night and keep going tomorrow, but it's so nice here. We are going to stick around for a full day and another night, and then long haul it home tomorrow. We are 20 minutes from home now. This road trip has been incredible. I didn't know what to expect once we got north of our first day, which was the furthest north I'd ever been in BC. So it was all new to me. In my mind, I thought it was going to be wildly different, and I was pleasantly surprised with how astoundingly beautiful the north is. We've done around just under 7,000 kilometers, almost 95 hours driving, and without incident, except for, you know, swarms of mosquitoes and now what is it, just a horribly smelly vehicle. We're looking forward to getting home, but it's been amazing. It's got me really excited to see what the rest of Canada has in store. Having grown up in this little bubble in the Lower Mainland, just exploring, seeing new places, it was so awesome to just check out. And it was so awesome to just be away and to get out of cell range with the family and our very close friends. And I don't think there's anything that will replace this. It's an amazing experience, and one thing I'm looking forward to most when we get home is showering. Me, everyone else, well, they can shower themselves, and this disgusting dog. She smells like an old, hot, dead fish, and I actually don't like being around her anymore. But we made it.